สวัสดีครับ Hello everyone, welcome back to Don't Get Rich Channel and my name is Stone and welcome back everyone to Disco Elysium streaming and so I'm back and welcome everyone. So today we keep going with this game and I hope you enjoy today's sessions. Don't forget to subscribe and follow. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Let's see. So these last couple of days, I haven't been tired a lot because of things I have to do. Actually, doing a lot of lot of I mean, uh, lot, do lots of things actually. So this time I'm not gonna do this part again, so I might change to this one actually. I'm not gonna what's it called, inspect the corpse just yet, so I'm just gonna check how's it. Oh, okay. First thing first. Oh shit, sorry. Hmm. I have 15 coins, so this is after I come back from the union actually, so let's see.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I talked to him.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Uh,
Of course, Detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
yeah.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself.
Oh.
However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it.
I mean, he's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
Yeah.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling.
And conventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Thank you, Kim.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
I mean, no.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else?
Let's talk about something else.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Look, I just tried to do my job, no need for exam. What's this? Am I boring?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
Wait, see, speaking on me for being not crazy enough, that's the least of my concern.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Really?
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
What?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire.
Oh, the type
Think
of
of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
What? Telefax เหรอ What is telefax? Hold on นะ just transmission. I mean, fine.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
So okay, let's see. Can sell some of these. What's this? Cheap look like for handover. Oh, I can exchange it below the number. Versus in pawn shop. Okay. So this is checks. Okay. Let me get to fruity one first. Get some checks.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, okay. So if he's gone, so I can just sit here and wait for him. Okay, let's go in here first. Okay, ladies, I need.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Can you exchange this for cash?
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
No.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the union.
No.
The union works for you by supplying you with cash. Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin.
Speed and
Great
gin.
combo.
No. What?
Ask some local dealers, maybe.
You want some? Oh my god.
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Hold on, let me. Let's do a new save actually. So I can just keep going if I wanted to. Now I got 20 more coins actually. Let me see what else do I have to. Ah, the book. Okay, I can read the book. Hold on. Read some book, right?
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesa.
King
From
Friesa.
the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Frizzle?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
Okay.
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents.
Oh, what the hell happened? Hold on. What happened to the camera? Oh. Okay. Hello? Alright.
The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism.
Okay.
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Oh, great, another communist. Pretty cool.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's try international development.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine.
Okay.
You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd.
Okay.
Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Okay, what is Gruz and Grutar?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Okay.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Okay, who's CS?
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Okay, so why is this Tip Top Tournée?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I'll be back. Sorry, I'm back. Oh my god. Sorry for it. Oh, for that. Oh yeah.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers.
Interesting.
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney. Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
That's all of it. Who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasdeb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
So they're not real names.
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
What's so bad about sponsorship?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a frita. And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for. You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kirito is actually organized.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective. I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concern.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First, we take Martinez. Then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Oh. Why I label such a reasonable combination?
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Okay, so we got all that. Items. I can sell some of these.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable Person. Got to keep it sane around here.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you, it's time. to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
What?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances.
Right.
In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
I mean, okay.
It is, isn't it? History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
Right. What about the things that are wrong now?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national.
Right.
It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
So...
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Oh, right.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Right. Half light or what? Wait, what? Oh, okay, I can just do this. Minus logic. Minus 1, okay, I need to change the index. Minus 1 drama. Great. Hold on, let me go talk to that guy first. Hold on.
Hello, compatriote.
Okay, no. Let's see.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Nothing.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Not cool yet. Let's talk, Rich.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with it.
No, I don't have anything right now. Have to wait for tomorrow, I guess. Oh wait, I can just if I have the money to pay, I can just give her back my stuff. Almost forgot about that at all.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love... Oh, yes, that door. Sure. There's nothing mysterious. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolute.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door
Wow.
in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though.
Oh.
After the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
So after the animals, so what are
Yes.
you talking about? Hold on. Lady, I want to return my.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
About your pin.
I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket. Oh, thank you, dear.
Yeah.
I confess I am glad to see it again.
Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn of events.
Yeah.
Now, what else, sweetie?
Return the pin. So after the animal,
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. The cobalt blues.
after the animal, what are they talking about? You need to find a key. Okay, lady, let's talk.
Is this about the questions? A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. So nothing really.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh,
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
am I recycling my bottle?
Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
No. You
What?
need tear to use the tear machine.
Tear.
No.
Wait. Hold on, let me. How many do I have right now? Wait, that's all the bottle I. Wait, what? That's all the money I can get for 4 coins? That's it? Oh, this is bullshit. Come on.
Is this about the questions again?
No, thank you. I have extra money right now, so I can do whatever I want.
Right to work!
The unpromising race pupil return.
People. So I can just enter this door now. Alright. So that's all borrow I have. So I just sell all my bottles now because it's not saying I have a bottle. Oh god. Okay. I mean, look at me. Let's look at my mission again. Is it balcony? Oh, okay. You have no idea where you are. Okay, let me ask that lady first about the things that's happening around me.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? This reality?
Yes.
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
I was conducting a special into the world, I promise. I relate to...
Ah, yes.
Yes.
The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
Yes.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
Thank you, Kim.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
Oh, sure. We have all the time in the world.
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Okay, first, where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
What is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock.
Okay.
You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Oh, tell me more.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager.
Ah.
Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
So you mentioned the sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean.
Oh.
The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Insolent.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues,
Blur.
the blue immensities.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch. The Martinez distributary.
Okay, so... What's Martinez, the Revolution?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
Ah, what kind of city?
The great kind.
Oh, what makes it great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Who built this?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Semenine and Il Marat, depending on your creed.
Wow. When was it built then?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Nice. So why is resolved then?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Stuff of man, why here then?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we in an important part, so we pretty much
Oh, we're quite a way off. About...
A collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor, light reflecting off their glass windows.
22 kilometers from the center of the world.
nice.
That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and
Right.
the cold radiating from it.
So
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now?
what?
Madame Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
Can I do it? But I want to know now.
That is understandable, but perhaps it's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
Oh, fuck off, game. Really?
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Let me. So it says what? Oh, okay. So there's a new one. So we have this one. So we can do this one later on, actually. Okay, we can do this later on, maybe tomorrow. Oh, thank you, games.
Give me a moment.
Sorry. Okay, let's out. Let's get out of here.
Trying to sneak up on me again?
I'm not trying to sing on you, kid.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place
Oh, I have the key now.
turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Okay.
You knock silently.
Pop, pop.
The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
Really, from apartment, nothing. What happened to the camera? I keep freezing. Sorry. Give me a second. Camera always broken. My USB is not really fitting in there. Come on, just get in there. There you go. Hello. Yeah. No sound.
I guess no one is in.
What's your opinion about this heavy undertaking?
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
Oh.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
So you don't mind an update?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it.
Ah.
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
I mean, lie to him.
Yes, presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this.
Hold on, let me see it. Where is it? It's on Tuesday, right? Talk to Titus. You told Lina about missing. Okay. That's about tattoo. Okay, I don't know about that yet. Head to the yard and see what must I accomplish. Okay. Working husband. This one might need a long time to finish. One piece of armor. The photo you find. Ask you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse to imitate. Okay, let me. Can I save the game first or cannot? Hold on. Okay, let's save it first just in case something weird is happening. Okay, let's do this.
The door to the weasel. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
Let's go. What the fuck is this? Smell of the infections in the room. Smell like chemicals. Small full of clothes. Guests are staying over. Title: The Hidden World of Walking Stick. Lines open. You can feel the warmth of the red sun of the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
So what is it then?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Look.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
What? Right wing.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Huh. Whoever lies here wise. What's in here? Ooh, clothes, nice. Let me. One logic. So my shirts, right? Okay, let's change my church. There you go, I got more than one logic now. Nice.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure.
Ugh.
A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
Ugh.
There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
Uncomfortable?
It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity,
Oh.
but underneath, he's just making fun of these people. Of course, you slippery bastard. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Oh.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
It's his.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Yeah.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put up the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Yeah.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Okay, let's get this one on. Ah, thank you, game. Give me magnesium. We done here.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
I mean, it's my duty.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Hold on. Oh, the co-op. Okay, what else can I be done?
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
At home, right? Smoking.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now. I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree.
Oh,
But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
what do you mean?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Sure.
Wonderful. The store is open.
More tasks. Oh my god. find your hooded bird นี่เหรอ read on the bird oh great
The dented yellow mailbox. I want to find a badge. Okay, I'm not gonna investigate this one just yet now.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno! Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to crawl up your ass!
Kuno knows which kip Kuno meant. Kuno knows all the kips. Kuno's dad's a kipped expert. Says kipped every day. 100 times a day. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
Try to crawl out of Kuno's ass now!
Yeah? The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck bag down? Kuno doesn't...
Wait. Get the body down. Hold on, I don't want to do that one, just shit. Bird? No, where is it?
Hello again, esteemed officer.
I look for a
and welcome
bird.
to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. A book about cockatoos?
Yeah,
There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
thank you. Biography. Oh, that one.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Oh shit.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Give me a second. Quick save.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover,
Oh.
its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide. Slowly, you move your hand toward
Fuck.
the toe.
Okay, hold on. Let me try that again.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover. It's slowly, you move your hand.
Okay, that it did not work. Oh, come on. Do I need to pay for the money? I don't want to pay for the money.
Several the maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Why this one much more lower? I don't want to. I want to save my money.
The curtains.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
What?
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Is this the curse?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I send this face coming for me. Alright.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say.
Yeah.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you.
Okay, let's talk. Alright. You have something to talk?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Okay, why was you uptight about it then?
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just, why don't you have a semi word?
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed.
Of course.
Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing.
Alright.
Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Disease.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin
Ah.
and bankruptcy.
Right. I mean, your daughter taught me about it.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here.
Right.
It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Why don't you just tell me right away if it's a curse?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves.
Void
You have
rage.
new words.
Oh, yeah. So, did you ask anybody for help?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough.
What about your necklace?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
Ah.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess.
What?
Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Lady.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I did with this before.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I returned from the void.
You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one.
Oh, thanks.
Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, all right? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
I mean, I have my share of drinks, but I only...
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Oh god, okay.
You're part Simonese.
Yes.
Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand... But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
I mean, yeah.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
I swear.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Yeah?
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Oh, I know. Okay, so of course.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Ah, passage from heaven and hell.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Please turn to me after you look around. After I look around.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Thank you.
What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Okay, but please, only a few...
The woman before you scans the...
Okay. Let's just get in there, shall we? Where is it? Is it a new one up here? Search the entity. Say she lives inside chimney. Find a way in. Okay. Let's do a save first. Hold on. Oh, okay. So they're not all safe. Alright.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Sebenese wards. Your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
What? Oh, that's... Oh, God, okay. Ghostly luminous hand, right? Vaguely portrait of man. Merely looking at the unmanly haircut threatening to your masculinities. Great. Let's do this.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Semenese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you.
Ugh.
An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach. Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside like little wooden sticks ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm.
Oh.
A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
Let's do this! Woo! What the?
What is this place?
I mean, it looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
His straw stripped on the dusty floor with his foot.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Okay.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just like an abandoned house.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't believe in ghosts that much. Let me equip my flashlight. Can I? Okay. Sand is dripping from the punch bag. Okay. What's this? Smell like leather and sweat. Oh! A ball! That may work. Yeah, this one might work for the old man outside. Yeah. Look and save. What's this?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the color?
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Yeah, I'm not trusting that thing. It might hurt myself. Let's save first. Let's go. Oh, oh god. Hallway blocked by widow pine debris. Okay, oh god. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Why animal statue in the dark stepping mound? Oh god, what the fuck? Airship motors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Oh, looks like it rain our 24-hour window repair shop. Naked medicate also. Thank you, games. Blue velvet. Ooh, money, nice. Don't mind if I do. Production schedule. What? Hold on. What am I getting? The cube light accessory feels like oddly used. Production schedule note. This family contains information they've been reading. Can be read in radio computer only. Okay, I might keep this for now. What's this? Steel motor blade. guy and slim.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotorblades both bear the same Slipstream logo.
Ah.
It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Huh.
That's a good question.
What a stay living musician there, yet still feel sad.
Reality is ruthless.
Yeah. Oh. Is this Emma? What? Oh, this is more upset. Okay, hold on.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Hold on, let me... Oh, there's a door. Okay, what's this?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural.
Okay.
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawing.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Right.
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Right.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examined.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Huh. Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Who are these creatures who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Oh, one of them is supremacies.
Political commentary.
Yeah.
That one has a great beard too.
Right.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Yeah. Photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, Boreal Dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden.
Right.
Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, the heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe.
Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Right.
It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting, It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN.
RUN,
Station
61.
41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Right.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Yeah.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the note.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area.
Ah.
She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise."
What's this?
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles.
Mosaic
Very
tile.
pedantic.
Okay, what?
History classes, students with their textbooks open,
Yeah.
studying the roots of our civilization.
Oh.
Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6,
What is your six?
UKV 123.7,
7.
UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So are we dealing with something medical here?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency.
Game Master.
A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
Ah. Who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
Right.
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara.
Imimara.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you think? Why you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Discover across the book developer of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Wow. What the What am I looking at? Hold on, let me go back. The wind blows from the cold. Oh lord, okay, hold on. Oh, this one go down step. What's up there? What? Hold on, let me turn on this thing first.
The dusty radio computer sleeps. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology.
Huh.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean the golden thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Oh, great.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
I know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
What do you call me?
Fortress accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment. Fortress accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Oh.
That's not bad.
Wow, so consensual. What's that? This interactive call-in video game?
Any other questions?
Oh. Are you A or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, where are you?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress accident.
Right.
As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress accident. Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Oh, great, okay. Remove it.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Press play again.
Nothing happens.
Ah, okay.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
I mean, it looks like undercover.
No, that's not it. I think it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
How are they playing on?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio.
Oh.
Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Ah, so this is a game, hello.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Yeah. Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And there was a role-playing game.
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We Were board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
they were insane. Let's finish it.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
What?
Okay, let's keep moving.
So I can just come back and play this now.
Your flashlight, some of the writing has faded with age. The handwriting is only partly legible, but the full text reads, "Heat death of the universe. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. And
Okay, let's go in there first. Thank you. Wall collapse.
you see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful.
Oh, thanks.
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. The shelves are empty.
Oh.
All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take a note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine under the ice.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
What is giant bear chef is doing in an abandoned cellar?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they try to say ice cream?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Ah, I think this is the thing that makes them... Okay. This is the thing that makes me lost a lot of money. Okay, I think I know what happened now. What is it? What the fuck is this? Ice cream maker. Okay, so this is ice cream maker one. What's that? There's a hidden door here. What the fuck is this? Thank you, games.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Ice cream maker. Okay, not yet. I need to know where am I first. Intercom. Ah, there's an intercom. What's this? Close. Let me see this.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Thank you, Kim.
Someone has scribbled, S. I
Yes,
can't
I
believe the
know.
off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Hide it somewhere safe. Ginger Kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio. Studio.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Swaff.
Three swap. What? I wonder who wrote this.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to live in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Yeah. Remind me again. What's a family memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Right.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Who is this irritated ginger kid? Is it Kuno about?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream would be?
I don't know.
Oh.
I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Yeah.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand.
Equip the pry bar by go.
Thank you, games. Pry bar.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that the ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
What?
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. I have no idea of its...
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon...
Is it Ben? Hold on, let me check again. Is it Ben? Plastic gun. What?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look at the hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one look nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean, rifle?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Okay, what's here?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
What's this thing? Is a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I mean, I'm not sure. I just think I can hear someone upstairs.
Wait, really? Should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
Is it upstairs here? Hold on a second. Chalkboard crack. Sure, petting snow. Oh wait, what? That was you. Full up dice. Oh, so you must be game master then. The candle disperse.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Hold on, what do you mean by...
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages.
Oh.
But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why you ask me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker.
Oh, you dice
Tell me the
maker.
name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
How strange. Well, if you're interested, my rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How you become a dice maker?
How did I become one?
Yes.
It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of
Nice.
cobalt.
Ooh.
That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role playing?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Do you know anything about the leash?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
I mean... And you never took your eyes off the world to look out for the window?
I might have,
Oh.
but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone. Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
You often work Sunday night?
It's an odd profession,
Oh.
making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I see. Thank you for your answer.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Oh, no wonder.
Creative.
I heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it Doom Commercial Area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
How can you explain what happened to all these companies?
Plaisance, the bookshop lady?
Yeah.
I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There's any...
All right, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
I mean, hold on.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East of the Commerce Central project. And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons. Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
I start to see that there is no curse.
So I'm the grand dragon in the cave.
Huh.
Might I ask what supports this claim? I am responsible for making sound business decisions, yes, but not for my fellow tenants' misfortune. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
We know.
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
What happened to the gym? Oh god, that's a lot of things to ask. Okay. There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
Wow.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
I guess as a simple man, I don't really have any options. A bit wrong.
Me neither. I just wanted off my face.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club.
Oh, boxing club.
A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
Little gimmick.
Oh, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth?
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Who was?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
What?
You should have known it.
Oh.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's up with the broken window?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
What's a snuff milieu? Trust me, you don't want to know.
What?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Okay, so hold on. Comment said 24 hours a day. What could go on with this one, right? Turned out to be what she set up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw a mound lighting around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Oh.
But what drugs exactly?
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Oh,
Even you can probably do better than that.
thanks, my head. I find this creepy medikit.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
Insect right activists? What's the name of?
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
Right.
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. At least it had some spark to it. Most young designers just combine lace with leather and call it original.
Wow.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else?
What's with the roller play and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
What do transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just props. Why return them?
I find this strange.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
Yeah, that one.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
Liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Right.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Really?
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been drinking.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Anything else?
What about this terrifying bear in the cellar?
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
What?
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
What about ideas?
There was really just one.
Oh.
And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Oh.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritte does the same thing.
Huh. behind the counter with a face that could.
Employing Soki teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravashow ICT. And they already had the bear.
Yeah, what about the bear?
The bear.
It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying.
Oh.
No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravashow ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000.
Wow.
Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Jesus. I mean, is the market doing its job?
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't. Doing his job, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Nice.
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion.
Oh,
A
Megatherion.
mega wild beast.
Ah. What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
What the fuck?
Maybe this wise and noble beast can guide you toward those amphetamines you've been craving.
I don't have comment on drugs.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
The temperature has dropped in the cover of the night. You see frost on the windows.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
What about intercoms? It's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
Oh. I'm not wondering about Reading Rage. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom.
Yeah.
Albeit, I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Dune commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
I saw the name East Delta Pinball on the doorbell.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure.
Oh.
Before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice? Don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick-track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Okay. A strange thing happened when I tried calling a company called Stream Training SCA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore.
What?
They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
No.
Oh, right. But did this person say anything?
She says she from this.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No.
It was too real to be just a prank.
Yeah.
Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or...
No, it's something else.
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity. Sure, I'm listening.
More question.
I'm pretty sure it still doesn't. Sure, I'm listening.
Hold on.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Yeah, we done. Oh, Lord, that's a lot of things to be done. We got a new gun. Oh, look at the price. And a new photo.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oh, there you go. Now I can enter and exit this place now.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
I mean, it's black.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
Hold on.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Crowbar is not strong enough. Oh. Great, we need a better weapon. You know what, let's put back on it.
Only the red somewhere, a machine hums along with the current.
Okay. Okay, I might do this guy next tomorrow once. So tomorrow we have a lot of things to be done actually. What's that? Travel between the height. Okay, time to give them some metal balls now.
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on recon again. Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Right.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Why are you on leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
Okay.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, seek it. A real man's man. is just gonna ride it out.
Right.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee. No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Shoot right now is the way. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Even create this job for René because he knows for Royal.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
Okay, I saw this picture. Yeah, who's this girl?
She is nobody.
Wow, really?
This is none of your concern. And I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
Oh, come on.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Aww.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
I find this ball.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
It's the best I could find.
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven.
Thank you. Huh. Let me save first.
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
So you mentioned about her. Who is she?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Wow.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston.
Oh.
Let her rest in peace.
You both know her.
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4.
Oh.
She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be
And then you stole her from me.
Whoops.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You... No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
So what happened?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago.
Oh.
It was a quiet passage, peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she...
Died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
departed.
Why do you think?
Until the very end she couldn't decide between us.
Oh my
The
god.
most indecisive woman I've ever met.
Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
That's a bit odd.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
Oh my god.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on recon again.
I understand, means a lot to you.
There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
When was the tick photos then?
Revachol Fair of 91 in the Faubourg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day, and the Carabineers marched in the place of honor.
You look happy.
This was the happiest day of my life. I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch.
The Ikeda operation was a 7-year campaign,
Wow.
during which suzerain Guillaume's army forcefully united the people in the southeastern part of La Petite Continent, collectively known as the Ikeda tribes, under the Revacholian banner.
I won her back, but while I was dealing with some issues,
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her. Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
It's a Belle McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
Yeah.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
Me in the basement.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Ah, okay. Thank you. What else can I do? Alright, I need to upgrade. Should I do this one or this one? Composure. after 3 or after 3 a.m. Okay. Okay, what else can be done เนี่ยคุณรู้นะMeltdown Let's try for tomorrow Sing karaoke Who makes a call is that lacking of his leads I still cannot find the badge yet you told her now or missing because it cut off the booze So right now my mission you can look at this Oh, what's this? I got another book. Hold on. 16 day of calling April.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dar. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow.
Yes, heavy.
Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. You flip through the book The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set.
Wow.
It's nearly 600 pages long. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading. The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph.
Oh.
And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you. In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugoslavia riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugoslavia riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugoslavia Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
What happened next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Hurt? Oh god, okay. I mean in terms of physical or what? Okay, let's try it.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair.
Shit.
And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Guardian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
And a woman?
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit. As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Okay, time to go. Ah, there he is. Hey, bro. Let's talk.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Was it yours?
It was mine. My friends use it from time to time to visit me. So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I'm not trying to make this thing, I'm going to make them
Beautiful.
beautiful.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Why?
Trust me, you do. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you're digging things?
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run. to the city. It's a beautiful night.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body. Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
What the fuck? Interviews Sunday friend.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Why are we so leave?
Who knows, detective? It's a mystery.
There's something so different about him that I can just put thinking of.
Different, of course. Something so mysterious about the way he talks.
Yeah, really.
Very.
Yeah, very.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Oh, okay, hold on, let me save first just in case. Alright, let's go in. There we go. Don't mind if I do. จะเป็น10 man perfume in the air. Government is to take me over, as you can see. Straight this soak up. Open dates for lecture, local universities. Exclusive base makeup battle. A hat, interesting. Buckets of paint on layers of the old. Alright, who are you, man?
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia. My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government.
Ah.
I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Okay, before we go on, I perhaps had to.
Oh yes, my friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industry. It's very comfy. That's really all I can tell you about it.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Okay, fine. So you actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Okay. Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
Who are they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them.
Right.
But they were very loud and very Martinez.
Okay.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanity.
How many of them there are?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were there any large, like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Okay, were they men, women?
All men, I presume.
Okay, men.
But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
Okay. What ethnicity they are?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
Mescats.
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
Okay, can you describe what do you mean by nothing happened?
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM then?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock.
Right.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
Approximately, yeah.
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, didn't you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Oh, that's all my question.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
What officer are you doing in here?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
What are the price? Okay, so what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I'm a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
So what is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What is the price of it ties?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy.
Right.
Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2%?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%. The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency. It's the international organization for moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the Moral Intern.
Huh. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Are you a moralist?
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
So what is moral? What is normal, stable world then?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Doesn't seem really novel.
Martinez?
Yeah.
No. Martinez is something else. Ravachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy.
Right.
But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
I don't think I'm a moralist. A moralist is the idea of foreign.
Oh! Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Your full autonomy is important, I agree. But it's an ongoing process. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about La Chiffre.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
EPIS.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Ravachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darling? That can't be an official designation.
What makes them darling then?
Because a great percentage of Ravachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-la-Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Right. What about the Orange?
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
So which of them is more EPIS then?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranje carries a lot of political weight, while Sur-la-Clé takes care of the business side of things.
Ah.
Sur-la-Clé hosts the headquarters of the major EPIS institutions.
Okay. But outside EPIS, what is the
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Can you just talk a normal person?
About what?
Oranje?
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Okay, I think that's all.
Whatever you wish, officer.
What about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
So what's Kendra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
What's that stand for?
Why? It stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, I mean the letter.
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
What the
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident. You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
So is it part of ES?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of
Ah,
EPIS,
okay.
sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
Didn't you say the candidate members never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Insula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
You describe how they apply.
One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you ever tried debate?
What do you mean?
Debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun. I used to have a flyer for one, but now that I start thinking of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know? Very creative. Helps relieve stress.
A chill runs down your spine as you envision a half-dozen people in professional attire standing around a chair, awkwardly pretending to be waiting for a motor bus. It's neither funny nor creative.
You haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
The smoker on the balcony.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
What's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which art?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts.
Oh.
Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself then?
I'm just enjoying the view.
Right, enjoy the view. There's a dead bodies.
A dead body we still need to get down, by the way.
Listen.
The baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away. My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I'm all ears, officer.
Okay, we're done. We don't need to...
A moment, officer.
Yes?
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Oh, thanks, game.
Was there anything else? Of course.
I think we're done here. Ooh, that's looking good, but not just safe, nah? Sunday friend. So we're done here. Why the kids still here? Yeah.
You see a heavy steel.
Okay, since I'm here.
Can I help you? Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Okay, we're done for today. Let me... Oh, right. I can set this thing now. Oh, he's gone.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
I do appreciate it.
Okay, sorry, sir. You don't like flashlights? Is this better?
Hello, hello. Let me know.
Should I go to sleep or should I just...
tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. For
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
So you can just keep going, or you can sleep and then do something else.
the dented yellow mailbox.
Oh, so dark. Yeah, no. Okay, let's go to sleep. I don't think we have anything else we can do right now. Okay, before we keep on going. Working class say that you will be the cook. Okay. Let's go to sleep.
The door is closed.
See you in the morning, man. We're done here.
The fan stands still. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The window stands broken.
Ah, 9 bottles. Okay, let's go to sleep. Let me save the game first, man.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away.
What the fuck?
But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort.
Hold on. I forgot one thing. Let me drink first. -1. Oh my god, Moro? Are you kidding me?
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens. Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale. And remember,
from the void we came, and to the void we must return.
Hold on, let me save one more time. What's he say about? Okay, let's go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window.
Here we are again, my broken bird.
There you go.
The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating.
Why?
Brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Oh, baby boy, you're already in the other place. There's no nourishment for you tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
Really?
Maybe if you know, like, took a lot of drugs before you go to sleep, that'd do the trick. Maybe if you cracked the damn thing, then you'd feel satisfied and tired, holding the picture puzzle in your hands, complete.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
Shut up.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
The window stands.
Are you downstairs? Oh, he must be downstairs.
Yes?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
Oh, who is she?
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
What?
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Yes, I am. I know.
Here's the real deal.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere, but if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Oh, great.
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Great. Are you everything alright? Why don't you just talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
What precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Wait, what?
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
I just want to do my job, that's all.
Okay, so who are you?
You look like shit.
Well, yeah.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Last couple of days have been rough.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean.
John.
It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. He might be wearing a disguise.
Kim, who this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Wait, what? Okay, who is this guy?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
Oh, in disguise, okay.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening though. Who is this guy?
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
A sack of shit.
Exactly. No.
Why not?
'Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Why am I even telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
There's something that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform.
Firefighter?
Exactamundo. Of course, you don't have to. You can talk about anything you want.
Watch out for yourself, loser.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Oh no.
Oh really? I wonder where. That's the where you remember me from?
Maybe.
Okay then. It's probably a coincidence. People sound alike. Goodbye.
2 points. Who are you?
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
You're here.
I am. So are you. What brings you here?
I met you a Sunday
You
friend.
did. And how did you like him? I told you he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Who is he, really?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still.
Okay.
His coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean? A Sunday friend.
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Why's he staying at your place then?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. Hmm? What about me, gendarme?
What do you do?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything. Why shouldn't he? What friend? No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Bye-bye, gendarme.
Okay, I think I'm gonna end the stream for now. Let me save the new ones. Yeah, let's save. And we will be back for more a Disco Elysium tomorrow actually. So thank you for watching everyone. And see you guys on the next stream. My name is Tong and this is Tong Get Rich Channel. I hope you have a great day and have a great night. So you have good night guys.